Alright, what's happening guys? Max Keswick here. In today's video, I'm going to be going over my full stock market investing portfolio that I have with Trading 212. So basically showing you guys every single stock that I own and bought basically, in this year. So today is the 31st of December. We still have about 2 hours till New Year's. It has been an amazing year, guys. I have to be honest with you. So this is the time where I've made the most amount of money as far as my income and in my actual stock picking journey. So I began investing in 2019 summertime, and back then all I did was put all of my savings basically into the S&P 500 index fund, and that performed pretty well until the stock market crashed in March, and I basically lost about 50% of my money. I held it though. I've invested the remaining money that I had into the S&P 500. I didn't really believe in stock, picking back then. I thought it was a little bit too risky, so my risk tolerance was very low, and at that time, that's all I did. Is the S&P 500, which, if you're looking at funds, a lot of the guys would say that that is actually a very risky fund. It's actually a fund that could fluctuate and has very high volatility. So that's basically what I did, and I was 100% invested, and that kind of recovered to about 6 to 8%, and that's when I cashed out and basically decided to pick my own stocks. So the mistake I've done actually was not having enough cash in my portfolio. So nowadays what I strive to do is have about 10 to 30% of my portfolio in cash, and I'm still struggling of doing that at the moment. So at the moment I have about 5 to 10% of my portfolio in cash, which I should really have a little bit more. That is where you're basically going to take advantage of any crashes that you might have in certain stocks, because when the stocks actually drop, if you don't have any money to invest, you're not going to be able to make money. So after the stock market crash in March, of course I lost my job and I was on furlough. That's when I started to do some YouTube videos, and that wasn't enough to actually pay for my bills, etc. And I was very fortunate that my friend got me a job, where I basically, almost doubled my income, guys, per month. So I left that job and I was at, for about 2 years, and I was making a lot more money now. So now I had a lot more cash to actually fund my account. And this is where, my accounts started growing every single month, because I was able to actually invest a lot more. Unfortunately, at that job, guys, I'm working from like 60 to 84 hours. And this is why I didn't have enough time to make those videos. So like right now I'm making this video after a 12-hour shift. But that is basically the goal for this year, is to stop working so much and focus also on the YouTube side of things, which is my passion. So without further ado, guys, let's get started with the portfolio. Okay guys, so the first stock is Dropbox, ticker symbol DBX. Currently trading at $22.21. Dropbox is an online company that provides online file storage and sharing services. It has over $9 billion market cap, not including all of the amazing stuff that Dropbox provides as far as sharing and storing files online, which they do a lot better than Google Drive and all the other competitors, in my opinion. The PE ratio of this company is just way too low, so it's undervalued. And for me, I will continue buying shares all the way up to about $25 per share. However, I'm pretty happy with my position at the moment. If Dropbox decides to go down again, well, I'm probably going to buy a lot more shares. The main opportunity for Dropbox is overtaking DocuSign. DocuSign basically provides an electronic signature solution that allows an agreement to be signed electronically on different devices. So that could be on your iPhone, on Android, on your laptop, whatever you choose to do. And DocuSign has a market cap of $46 billion. So imagine if Dropbox overtakes DocuSign, or at least takes a little bit more of that market share. That's going to, of course, double, if not, quadruple the stock price of Dropbox. And that's basically why I am invested in this stock. My average price for that stock is $18.91, and I started buying this stock actually just over $20 per share. And once it started to go down in September and November, this is where I started to add a lot more shares into my position. So I actually used to own more than 360 shares of this particular stock, but currently sitting at 200 shares. And the reason being is that I sold off a little bit of my position as the stock went up. and not out of fear of it going down or anything like that. I basically wanted to move that capital over to other Chinese stocks that I do believe in long term, and in an ideal scenario you would just have more money to invest in those, but I didn't. And also Dropbox was becoming a little bit too big of a position in my portfolio, and it was a little bit overweight, so I had to sell a little bit off. So Dropbox has actually come down about 10% from this massive run up that it had. We're still sitting at over 12% return. My actual gain on this investment is over 16%. However, you have to consider that Dropbox is not a UK based company. So whenever you invest in the US companies, you have to pay that foreign exchange fee, and that is actually costing me quite a lot, which is over 4%. And that can actually change, guys, so that all depends on the US dollar, where it stands to the British pound. All right, our second stock is Switchback Energy Acquisition, ticker symbol SBE. Currently trading at just over $40 per share. We own 61 shares of that particular stock. We're currently up over 21%. SBE has actually gone down a little bit in the past couple of days. And again, our total gain is over 24%, whereas the FX fee is just over 2%, depending on when you bought the shares. That can differ. ChargePoint has over 70% of the actual market share, and this is why I am very bullish on the stock. I don't want to be in Blink or like any other stocks like that have very little of the market share. Yes, they may have a lot more potential for growth, but this at least is something that is a lot more safe. They have very, very high market share. It's kind of like investing in Apple, where they own over 50% of the market share as far as the mobile phones, than another company that might just own a lot less. And again, guys, this is a position that I just started, so I'm planning on adding a lot more as the months go by. Okay, guys, so the third stock is Upwork. Ticker symbol UPWK. Currently trading at over $34 per share. We own 108 shares of that. Our return on that investment is over 92%. It has actually corrected quite a lot during the last couple of days, because we were up at one point over 115, I think, or 20% actually. Upwork is basically an online employment marketplace. We're looking at just over $4 billion market cap. And if we compare, Upwork to Fiverr, Upwork is a company that hires professionals, and you're gonna get, very, very high quality work done on that site. Whereas on Fiverr is more for like, small little projects, nothing too serious. And I just believe Upwork is just so much better and has a lot more potential for growth over time. The main issue that I have with Fiverr is that it runs so much already, and it's also very overpriced in my opinion. I've actually had quite a small position in Fiverr in the past. That stock did very, very well for me. I've sold out of it, and I've actually put the rest of it in Upwork and Tesla. So that brings us to the fourth stock of the portfolio, which is Tesla, the best performing stock, and today is gone up just over 1%. So currently the stock is worth $705 per share. We own 10 shares. Which I've started buying Tesla in about summertime, and then as it's starting to move up, my position has increased quite a lot, and the stock was just basically on the run. It just didn't stop, guys. Our current return on the investment is just over 96%. And to be honest, guys, I don't think I have to explain what Tesla is. It's just so much more than EV and battery and energy, and any company that Elon Musk starts is just like amazing. Just have a look at what SpaceX is doing. Just go on YouTube or Instagram or anything like that, and you can just see like all the amazing stuff they're doing, and the Boring Company and Neuralink. These companies, if they ever go public, I'm going to be investing in those heavily straight away. So that is pretty much it, guys, for my main investing account. I do also hold a general account where I have my Chinese EV stocks, which are XPeng and NIO, and the reason being is that I can't hold those stocks in my ISA account, and this is where I have to have another general account with Trading 212. I will be sharing that in my future videos, basically showing my full portfolio of everything I hold. I also do own some cryptocurrency, which is Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Link, and I do hold that on Coinbase, which is the platform of choice. So guys, at the end of the day, this portfolio has returned over 53%. And out of curiosity, let's just have a look at the S&P 500 and see where we are sitting at the moment. So the yearly return for the S&P 500 is just over 11%. So I basically over 5x'd the market just by picking my own stocks. And this is basically, guys, what I tell you that, you know, picking individual stocks can be very rewarding, but you have to put in the effort. So with an index fund investing, you don't have to put in any work. It's all passive for you, but you're not going to get the best returns. And this is why if you can beat the market, even if you can get 15 or 20%, guys, that's going to make a huge difference in your returns year over year. And this is why I really love doing this and just researching new companies every single time, because it does actually pay off at the end. If it didn't pay off, guys, I would just be putting in money into a fund and just forgetting about it. That is pretty much it, guys. If you want to get yourself a free share with Trading 212, click my link down below. If you want to buy some Bitcoin, there's a link to Coinbase down below as well. That's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Smash the like button if you made it till the end. Comment down below. Let me know what you want to see in the next video. And as always, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.